Sorry for the delay, but I had some issues with my internet. I don't know why.
Good morning.
How are you, David?
Fine.
Amazing. You have to say amazing because today is Friday. And maybe, I guess I'm not really sure it's going to be the last Friday, right?
That's right.
You see, we are so close to our vacations. Okay, let me what about the rest one? Let me see. I need to talk. Let me see. Check what are the rest one. Hi, Michael. Are you here? Michael.
Morning.
Good morning, Pedro. How are you?
It's Friday, and the body knows it's.
Come on. That's the reason that you are late because your body knows that today is Friday.
I'm a little bit tired,
But today is Friday.
it's
So,
Friday, so it's okay. It's
exactly.
worth it.
Absolutely. And I already mentioned to David that actually I think that this is the last Friday before our vacation, I guess. Because the
Let's
next
pray.
Friday is, yeah,
Let's hope so. So
hi, come on. Yeah, because actually I think the next, we are gonna have the next Thursday is gonna be our Via Crucis. Do you remember the Via Crucis?
Somos testigos de la resurrección.
Exactly. We are gonna have the Via Crucis on Thursday. So this means that we are gonna have classes only on Wednesday. Today and Wednesday, and that's it. So you see? And then, so we are gonna have, let me check it out. In April, right? So this means that we are gonna free maybe 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, April 1, 2, 3, 4, almost 2 weeks. We are gonna be free. But you need it, right? You need to be free. Pedro, what about the rest one? I have only 9 here.
Hi, teacher.
Hi, good morning, Samuel.
Good morning, teacher. How are you?
Fine, thanks. We are so happy because today is Friday, as Pedro mentioned, everybody knows that.
Exactly.
So that's the reason the rest of the class maybe continue sleeping. They're still sleeping. Okay, guys. So, as you remember, we were working yesterday about what? Remember to me what we were doing.
a video.
Video about what?
Well, what's an audio?
Yeah, exactly. We were talking about stay on target, right?
Yes.
Absolutely. So what we are gonna do, we are gonna discuss between you. We continue doing that. And I have a page. I can remember if I already shared with you some particular words, confusing words. Because for me, it's very important that we continue practicing. As you remember, in order to prepare you for your Versan test. So we need actually practice our different skills as reading, as listening, and of course grammar, because grammar is so important in the Versan test. So let me share with you. We are gonna start with reading today. Let me see where is my link. Where is my link? I got it here. And we are gonna start with reading. And of course, I'm gonna take the attendance because I need to know what is the restroom. Hmm. Let me take the attendance. You are so quiet today. Mhm. Okay, what we are gonna do, I'm gonna share with you my screen. As you remember, well, someone of you remember that I already assigned you in my own about Nelson Mandela's book. So what we are gonna do, guys. I need that you please read with me. We are gonna start to read, and I need that you identify new words, and I need that you take note in your notebook. And then we are gonna discuss about the meaning and how you can use that words. Okay? So this is for your pronunciation, this is for your reading. Remember, it's very important that you respect the punctuation. Okay, that not only that you reading like a crazy. So you need to respect the punctuation. So let me know if you can see my screen. This one. Can you see my screen?
Yes, but it's like very
Pixeleado.
hard to read.
It's like a pixeliano. Let me see. Maybe it's gonna be better. See, let's see. And now it's better? No? Now it's better, guys. Mm, that's better, guys.
Yes, that's
Yes,
better.
teacher.
Yes.
Yes, teacher.
Thank you so much. So what we are gonna do? I need that you start to read and you are gonna identify new words. And I need that you take note. I need that you at least identify 2 or 3 new words by each paragraph. Okay? So, David, could you please start to read, please? How did Nelson Mandela campaign against apartheid? Remember that word, apartheid.
How did Nelson Mandela campaign apartheid?
Apartheid.
Apartheid.
Mhm.
Apart. Okay.
Okay.
Mandela Mandela released that his legal training will be helpful in the fight against apartheid.
Apartheid. Apartheid. That's the pronunciation. Apartheid. What
Creo
happened there?
que se la arruinó, teacher.
Yes, I think so. And I say apartheid, apartheid, and baby was exposed. No, he's frozen. Okay, could you please continue with that, Pedro?
Okay, teacher. How did Nelson Mandela campaign against apartheid? Mandela realized that his legal training will be helpful in in the fight against apartheid. In 1952, he and another black lawyer, Oliver Tambo, set up the first black South African law practice to help people who had broke the apartheid laws.
Okay, so you see this picture shows Nelson Mandela and Oliver Tambo in 1960. A lot of ordinary black South Africans needed a defense lawyer in a court after breaking one of the many apartheid laws. Continue with this one, please.
Me?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Let's try to finish.
The Defiance Campaign. In the same year, the ANC launched the Defiance Campaign to encourage black Africans to disobey the apartheid rules. Following Gandhi's tactic of non-violent protests, people burned their passbooks in public and stormed into whites-only areas of public places.
Places. Thank you so much, Pedro.
You're welcome.
Did you identify new words?
Me?
Uh-huh.
Yes, Defiance,
Mm-hmm. Defiance.
apartheid is not that new, right? But for some
Yeah,
people,
but
it's new.
yeah. Uh-huh.
And only
Okay, so are you taking notes
tactic,
of the word?
maybe.
Tactic?
Yes, I've already know that words, but I think that some people maybe don't know that words.
Yes,
That's why I'm not taking note.
please take note about that because we are gonna discuss
Ah,
how we can use that
okay,
word,
okay,
the
okay,
meaning, okay?
okay, okay, okay.
Tell me tactic.
Hola.
Hi again, welcome back, David. We were talking with you and you were frozen, but no worries. Pedro help us to continue to read. So now is your time, Pedro. Now, David. Okay, for this part, I need that you identify new words too, David. Okay, so start to read in this part, please.
A la gran, pero se pixeleó, mis. Un
Really?
poquito. Sí se pixeleó.
Maybe I was moving. I need to close and I need to share again. Hmm,
Ahí ya se ve mejor.
got
Solo que aparece un cuadro ahí. Ok, ya, ya, ya.
it.
Okay, Mandela traveled around the country to build supports for the action and got involved too. He liked to risked just and they did. Thousands of campaigners were arrested, including Mandela. He was stopped for walking in a wild part of Johannesburgo at night. Following the Defiance campaign,
Okay.
Mandela and other leading activists reside banning others. Mandela wasn't alone to leave Johannesburgo, make shippies. Eso sí no sé qué es.
Okay, take note.
Or attend meetings. The banning order was a huge obstacle to his activity, but he's managed to work around it. He developed
Mm,
me perdí.
okay.
Method of communication secretly throughout or the network of people without having to meet in public.
Okay. Communicating. Repeat that. Communicating secretly.
Communicating secretly.
Uh-huh. Good. Did you identify new words?
Speeches
Speeches? Uh-huh. Take note.
and let me see.
Mm,
Banning.
banning. Uh-huh. Banning orders. Banning orders. Banning orders. And you mention another one, I guess. Okay. Who's who? Could you please read that? Lilian and Boyi, I guess.
Yo.
Yeah, David. Just
Ah, ok. La verdad, eso sí ya saben ni cómo se, se dice. Lilian Noji joined in the ANC during the Defiance Campaign and was arrested for entering the white area of office. He was lively speaker and was elected president for the ANC Women's League. In 1956, she led a woman march against the Paris laws.
the past laws.
Es que eso sí se ve pixeleado, fíjese.
Okay, the past laws.
Paz laws, ok. In Pretoria, on the biggest,
One of the biggest.
one of the biggest. Ah, la verdad es que sí se ve bien pixeleado.
No, really?
¿Le puede dar zoom, por favor?
Let's see.
Ok. One of the biggest anti-apartheid demonstrations in South Africa.
Demonstration.
Along with Mandela and other ANC leaders, he was arrested in December of 1956.
She was arrested in December.
He was arrested in December 19. She was arrested in December 1956.
56. Okay. New word that you identify here?
Apartheid.
Apartheid. Apartheid.
Apartheid.
Apartheid. Apartheid. Okay. Thank you so much, David. So,
How did Nelson Mandela
okay. We are gonna continue. Let me move with my got it here. What happened? Ah, better. Okay, the freedom. I guess that I jumped one. Oh, no. Okay, the Freedom Charter. So let me. Who else is here? And Leo. Hi, and Leo.
Um,
And
I
Leo.
read who's who, Winnie Mandela or the Freedom
The Freedom
Charter.
Charter. The Freedom Charter, please.
Okay, the Freedom Charter. In 1955, the ANC, along with Indian and colored organization, bravely defeated Benin orders to meet at the Congress of the People. Mandela strongly believed that everybody who opposed apartheid
Apartheid. Apart.
apartheid
Mhm.
should work together.
Let me.
More than three 3,000 people attend the Congress adopt the Freedom Charter, which Mandela had helped to write. It called for democracy in South Africa.
Okay. Not this one. Okay.
Treason trial. Furious about the Congress, the government
Wayne.
the government clamped down on the protest movement. In 1956, the police arrest uh, um I forget the numbers.
Really? 156 of the movement leaders. Okay.
um
Repeat the number.
uh,
Repeat the number. What about the number?
one,
Uh-huh.
156 of the movement's leaders, including Mandela, and put them on trial for treason, um, betraying their country, and being communist. Mandela made important statements during the trial. defending the movement's action and showing he had become a leader of the movement.
Okay.
The trial dragged on until 1961, when all the accused were proven not guilty and will release. They had, I don't know how to say it,
Narrowly. Narrowly.
narrowly escaped life in prison, ah, imprisonment, or even the death penalty. By this time, Nelson Mandela and his wife Evelyn had a growth apart partly because she was not involved in politics. Mandela divorced Evelyn and left his three children. In 1958, he married Winnie Madikizela, an enthusiastic ANC activist, and they had two daughters.
Okay, he married. He married.
Married.
He married. Okay, did you identify new words here?
Um, treason.
Threesome dice.
Listen. Listen.
Explicit.
And let me see. Right. Okay, take note. Put them on trial for treason. In this part, betraying their country. Take note, please. Treason,
That's the meaning, and Leo. Look,
betraying.
not what you was thinking.
About that.
Ah,
Okay, another one.
I don't know. I can see all the text.
Move from the beginning. Okay. Just the pronunciation for apartheid. Apartheid. Did you see we repeat here? We already repeat the banning orders. We identified that word in the last paragraph. So banning orders, I guess. Down parking woman and see. I don't know if you identified what is. I'm sorry, but I don't know what that word. Where is that word? I lost that. Democracy in South Africa. Another word, guys. To become a little.
In the last part of the trial
Communist.
dragon.
Narrowly. It's like barely, right?
What word, baby?
Narrowly.
Mm, yeah. Mhm.
Es como así de pura suerte, ¿verdad?
Exactly. Just like a good luck. Something like that. Okay. So we got the word. So continue with the next paragraph. And you can see we are reading for Leo. This is your book assigned in my own. Okay, Michael, are you here?
Yes, teacher.
Thank you, Michael. Could you please continue with that and remember to try to identify the new words? Okay?
Okay. Massacre at Shaperville. In the late 1950s, the anti-apartheid movement held his debates.
Michael, wait. Take a breather. Remember? Okay.
Don't read like a
Anti-apartheid.
crazy.
Anti-apartheid. Remember, you have
Anti-apartheid.
anti-apartheid. I know that you have to connect and link the words, but in this word you have to stop and say anti-apartheid. in order that we understand the word. Okay, so please again.
I read the title again or just the okay? Massacre at Sharpeville. I think that it's pronounced like that.
Sharpville. Sharpville.
Sharpeville.
Uh-huh.
In the late 1950s, the anti-apartheid movement held heated debates over what to do next. Mandela and the ANC argued for continuing to work with all races, but some activists were convinced that black people alone should fight for their freedom, and they left to form the Pan African Congress (PAC) in 1959.
Mhm.
In 1960, both groups protest against the past laws at one demonstration in Sharpeville.
Hey, remember, you have to respect the punctuation. You have a period here. So, in both groups protest against the past laws. Period. At one demonstration in Sharpeville, you see, you have to stop and continue because you have the period there. So, go ahead.
Okay. In 1960, both groups protest against the past laws. At one demonstration in Sharpeville, a town in an area of South Africa known as Transvaal, uh, fights broke out between the police and the protesters. The police panicked, opened fire, and killed 69 protesters in a massacre that shocked the world. The government's response was to ban the ANC and PAC.
Okay, very good. That's better. You see, that's not necessary that you run when you are reading. So help me with this part too, Michael. Michael?
Okay, teacher, okay.
Yes.
Shift, shift to sabotage. The Sharpeville massacre was a turning point. Mandela felt that nonviolent protests were not working. He called for sabotage, destroying buildings or equipment, to make the country hard to govern and to force change. It was a tough decision to turn to armed struggle. In 1961, the ANC set up a military group, Un- Umkhonto we Sizwe, to carry out sabotage attacks. MK bombed government buildings, railroad stations, and power lines.
Mhm,
To avoid arrest, Mandela had to go into hiding. He moved from place to place, sleeping in safe houses and never coming home.
mhm. Here, please.
Passes. The pass law of 1952 forced black South Africans to carry an ID book. Excuse me,
Booklet.
teacher, but that is so pixelated so I can't read it. Boo. What
Booklet.
does it there? Booklet
Uh-huh.
that included their photo, place of birth, and work and criminal records. Anyone found without a pass would be arrested and sent to jail. Uh, teacher, there's like the zoom button that doesn't let me see the. I okay, and sent to jail. It was impossible to travel freely.
Okay. It was impossible to travel freely. What that word? Freely.
Freely.
Okay. Did you identify new words?
And no, at least
No.
only the names of the groups like the Ukmoto Wisis.
Uh-huh.
Just
In control, we see MK. Okay. To carry out sabotage attack. Do you know what is the meaning of booklet?
yeah, like a little notebook or well, not a notebook, but like a little book with information of the of the person that has it.
Where that word? Let me check again. Because remember that it's important that we check about the concept that we were reading. Did you know what about that word, guys? The rest of you? New words that you identify or not? I guess that you're sleeping. Okay, Vallejo, are you here, Vallejo?
Yes, teacher.
Amazing. Could you help me with that, please?
Okay, teacher. Capture. In 1962, Mandela began a tour of African countries to seek support for the ANC and train in sabotage methods. In July 1962, MK sent him an urgent message to return home. Once back, he occasionally appeared in public rather than remaining in hiding. The police quickly tracked down Mandela, arresting and other ANC leaders.
Arresting,
Alive, hmm,
arresting him. Connect the word. Arresting him.
arresting him
Mhm.
and other ANC leaders. A life sentence. At Rivonia trial of ANC leaders in 1963 to 1964, Mandela declared that the law was unfair, and so the protesters were right to resist it. Again, the odds were stacked against Mandela, and he could have been sentenced to death. But in 1964, he and the other leaders were instead sentenced to life imprisonment.
Okay. Did you identify new words in this paragraph?
Uh, um, mm, I don't know, maybe maybe the Rivonia trial, but other than that, everything is familiar.
Okay. At the Ribonia trial of ANC. Okay, Ribonia. The Ribonia trial. Okay. Let's see. We can check this one. Korean dictionary. We don't have Ribonia. Amazing. Okay, continue with that paragraph. Let me just try to finish with this one, please. And the Ribonia trial.
At the Rivonia trial on April 20, 1964, Mandela stated, "All lawful modes of expressing opposition to the principle of white rule had been closed by legislation laws, and were placed in position in which we had either to accept a permanent state of inferiority, a low position, or to disobey the government. We chose to defy the law."
We chose to defy the law. As you can see, we have maybe the not a concept, but maybe the meaning. So of wire rule, legislation is like a laws, the laws. What is the other one? There you see the fight, the stop it, inferiority, low position. That is on the low position. Got it? Okay, and the last part, please, Vallejo.
Mandela and 7 others were sent to Robben Island prison. The conditions in prison were terrible. Inmates had to do exhausting work, breaking stones in the hot sun, and the food was awful. Nelson Mandela faced the massive challenge of prison life. And how could he lead this struggle while behind bars?
Amazing. You see, when you take a breather and you read, that is not necessary that you read so fast because when you read normally, Mandela and 7 others were sent to Robben Island prison. Period. That I need, guys, that you open your mouth when you are reading, okay? Because in the Bersan test, the reading part is almost the 40 percentage of your test. So if the machine cannot understand you, the machine is gonna give you a zero. So this means doesn't matter if you are reading fine, but if the recording say the machine, no, I don't know what to say, wrong, zero. Okay, so That's the reason for this exercise, that I can modulate your tone of voice. Okay? So let me move for the last one because we almost finished. My gosh. Um, okay. Help me with the last part, Hercules, please. How did Nelson Mandela lead the ANC from prison? For me, it's very interesting. This, let me see.
In Mandela had an extraordinary talent for befriending
Be ready.
people,
Mhm.
people, and quickly became a leader inside prison. He spent time with the other imprisoned anti-apartheid activists, encouraged them to discuss the struggle for freedom and listen to each other's ideas. Mandela also made friends with the prison guards. Guards and prisoners alike came to him with their problems because they knew he would listen carefully and give good advice.
Let me move this.
Mandela stood up for the prisoners complaining about problems and demanding better conditions. For example, from 1962, he was allowed to continue his law studies. He argued that our prisons should have the right to study, and this was granted in 1963. Some of his fellow inmates had entered prison unable to read, but they left with academic degrees.
Okay.
Mandela developed his own ideas by reading the works of world leaders. He read books by Afrikaners to understand their way of thinking, and he even learned the language Afrikaans.
You see, for me, that's quite interesting. Did you identify new words, Hercules?
And no, just
Let me moving back this one,
okay,
maybe. Okay.
maybe um, anti-apartheid,
Okay. Remember anti-apartheid activists.
apartheid, and struggle.
Anti-apartheid activists encouraging them to discuss the struggle for freedom and listen to each other's ideas.
Yeah. Mhm.
Okay, what else? Do you know what is that word? Mandela stood up
Stood up.
for the
No.
prisoners. Okay, take note too, please.
Stood up.
Stood up.
Okay. Mhm.
Amazing. So, again, guys, we have less than 1 minute. I know that you are gonna miss me. Have an amazing weekend, guys. Have an amazing weekend, and I hope to see you on Tuesday because it's gonna be our last class before you be free.